Well, we did something major for the channel. We released a book, all right? The Dream Streams, right? Based off of the Dream Stream strategy, which we have been talking about for a long time. I'm your co host, HT,
I'm CD Barnes.
and this is League of Hustlers, man. So, without further ado, this is something we've been working on for years. Years. This process. This comes from countless hours of work put in by us ourselves and our own entrepreneurial journeys. This comes from interviews with entrepreneurs. This comes from massive amounts of research to fine tuning a specific process for you to follow step by step in creating, mastering, and maintaining multiple streams of income. And it starts with one. You just start with one, and we teach you how to go through that one stream, okay, and create it right from start to finish, and then put it on autopilot so that you can create more. Okay, so you're creating streams of income to pay for your dreams. That's the whole concept. All right. But without further ado, we want to talk about what's inside of this book. And of course, we'll leave a link in the description so that you can pick it up. All right. CD, let's jump right into it, man. I know time is limited. Everybody busy, but let's jump right into this very quickly. And
Right. Simply put, you already know about the dream stream. Number one, create, master, and maintain multiple streams of income. Right. It helps you define the life of your dreams, choosing the perfect opportunity to help fulfill those dreams. Right. And it's basically a fail proof strategy that helps you systemize your success. The fact that it's in a booklet format, along with worksheets and activities to go along with it. It helps you follow the process. It's easy to follow, easy to do.
right. And the important thing to remember is that this is about taking action, right? This book, it is short and sweet and to the point. We cut the fat out, right? Because we know as entrepreneurs, you have to get to down to business fast, so fast. It's all about action. You have to take action. So at the end of each chapter are worksheets, right? That you have to actually complete. You have to do research. You have to look it up. You have to figure out what the process is for whatever you're trying to do. Okay, so just know that this is about doing. This dream stream strategy is about doing, not just about reading, not just about collecting knowledge. All right, the first chapter is called Visualize Success.
Yeah.
And the important things to remember is that success varies, right? You define your success um, based off of what you want. Simply put, you define your success, right? So find out what is success to you and then go after it, okay? Um, but all of that starts with visualizing success, and that's what the first chapter talks about.
Yep. Right after that is taking account, which is literally just being accountable for where you are in your current situation, right? And that is giving yourself the power, putting yourself in the seat of power for your situation, getting that clarity in terms of where you are. And it's giving you a great starting point, right? In step one, you've defined your ending point with your vision, but now you've established your starting point, and that's the biggest part of taking account, is giving yourself that power and understanding your starting point.
So important. So important. Next up is bridging the gap. So now you know you're visualizing success, you're visualizing that goal that you want to reach. And then you just took accountability for where you currently are and recognize the difference between the two, right? Recognizing the difference between the two is the next chapter. It's called Bridging the Gap, right? And so it's going to help you understand the bad habits that you have, the things that you lack, the distance and the difference between where you want to be and where you currently are, right? And this is going to help you drive your decision making, right? So if you're at a certain amount of income per month and you want to get to a higher level of income, right? Understanding where you want to go and understanding where you currently are, you'll know that there's a certain gap. So let's say the gap is $10,000. So now you know you need to choose an opportunity that's gonna allow you to earn $10,000 a month to reach your vision. Okay, so that's what bridging the gap is all about. Okay, um, key to
Yep.
this is that it's going to help drive your decision making.
Yeah, next up is choosing the opportunity. Now, this is a big one. It's very important to select the correct opportunity to begin building your streams. And then we have a complete worksheet, a complete formula format for you to risk assess each opportunity and determine which one is best suited for you to be successful at. Key component here is, will you work it, right? So which opportunity will you work to completion? There are plenty of opportunities that are absolutely everywhere, but which opportunities are right for you? This chapter is all about identifying the key attributes of the opportunities, measuring and determining which ones are best suited for you to complete your vision.
Exactly. Next up is plan, plot, strategize. Okay, if you don't have a plan, you will fail. I guarantee you, right? I almost guarantee you. Having a plan is so critical, right? And that plan is going to allow you to cover the basic necessities of your business. Okay, um, and that's the key. If you don't lay a solid foundation, how can you build an empire, right? And we do this through, in particular, a worksheet called the business model canvas, right? Other people call it the one-page business plan. Okay, it allows you to quickly plan out your business on one sheet of paper, and I'm telling you, you can do this in 3 to 4 hours, right? One day max, right? You just sit down and answer the questions. It's very, very simple. Got a plan though.
Yep. What's the next one? Execute. This is simply put right here, right? No
Execute.
excuses, just execution. At this point in time, we've selected our opportunity, we've made plans, and now we simply have to execute. A key component, though, is understanding that challenges will arise, hurdles will arise, things are going to happen, but it's up to you to think through them and execute beyond them. What's the next one?
Then simplify and systemize. Next chapter. Okay. You don't want to create another job. That's what you don't want to do. Okay. You want it to run with or without you. And this is about cutting the fat and getting right down to the basics. Okay. And it's also about creating automated systems so you can take your hands off and let it run on its own.
Yep. Maintain and optimize. Now, this gets to the point where you've launched your stream, right? But now you're looking for those inefficiencies so that you can continue the growth or continue the stream running, right? Making sure that there's no lack or you're not running into any quality issues or inefficiencies with the stream. Imagine that this is like a garden, right? If you do nothing, it was beautiful once you got it all together, but if you do nothing, then the weeds will grow and overtake this garden. So you got to get in there and essentially just do the maintenance, keep it up to date, optimize the stream, make sure it's running efficiently and performing to keep the cash flow coming in the way it should.
For sure. And then you want to allocate your resources. So this is about reinvesting, right? Invest more, save, having fun, but understanding you don't want to blow the bag. So that's what allocate your resources. That's what that chapter is all about.
Right. Last but not least is realizing success. At this point in time, you should be able to look back at the vision that we outlined in chapter one and then actually see that come to fruition in this final chapter. After you've completed all of the steps, you should have successfully built a stream at this point and be well on the way to um, establishing another stream, right? And now you can simply just start over, reassess your goals. Maybe you set a higher goal and just do it again.
For sure, for sure. And that's it. Again, this is about creating, mastering, and maintaining multiple streams of income, right? These are the chapters we get right down to it. So again, check the description. Check the website. Check all of the items. And just let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. That's it for this episode. Let's get it. Let's go and follow for more.